So, our topic today will be the biopsychosocial model of health. So, before we start with this topic, let's first study about health psychology. What do you understand by the term health psychology? How health and psychology are related? Let us first say what causes a health problem. Any health problem, a fever, a virus infection, a bacterial growth, etc. Probably we will all say it is because of the germs, and obviously this is true. But have you ever imagined if the same amount of germ is present in the environment that is common to all? Then why do some fall in? During COVID times, we all have come across the word immunity as maximum health practitioners suggested to build immunity. Now, what is this immunity they are talking about? If the germ is there, anybody coming in contact to it should get infected, right? Then why it does not function the same way for all? Now, health psychologist generally describes this not only as the SR bond between the germ and the disease, but they study about a combination of factors involved in developing a disease. Now, these factors are biological. Biological means the virus or the bacteria or whatever, the pathogens. Then psychological, like the behaviors, the belief system, and social, various social situations. Now, this is what we call the biopsychosocial model of health, and the study of health psychology involved the role of psychology in health and well-being. To know about the psychological factors behind health, one should understand about health behavior, health promotion and intervention, and the link between the psychosocial factors and health. It is actually very tough to define health as it is used to explain a number of pattern of behavior. But in 1992, World Health Organization defined it as a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, and not merely the absence of a disease or infirmity. Now, this definition does include the various well-being accounts in defining health. Why this word well-being is so important defining in health? Because well-being is a person's self-understanding or appraisal about his life, his own judgment about his style of living. Therefore, health is much more than what is observed outward. Okay, it includes a belief system that a person uses to analyze his own life. Thus, the way we define our health implies our view about our own life. This implication surely involves our health intervention techniques and the social system. Take the example of obesity. Now, being obese is healthy or unhealthy, acceptable or unacceptable, has changed over time. You have seen this. Previously, being obese was considered a sign to be healthy. That's why any healthy figure is like, it's obese. It's obese. The word obese came much later. It was said it's a healthy figure, as it signified a good diet. Now, being obese as unhealthy, as it implies having an unhealthy lifestyle. How? Like having junk foods, having bad diet, having a lethargic lifestyle, not working out, etc. Or having any other disorder. It can also be a disorder. Now, along with it, who is to be considered obese? The society also plays a great role in its assessment. So, how we view our life is not only a matter of us, but it involves a round of assessment of all other factors. So, how psychology is important in treating disease? See, every individual is a unique blend of emotions, behavior, patterns and experiences, because everybody has typical experiences of their own when they grow up. Having a clear knowledge about these will surely facilitate health promotions and interventions. However, the biomedical approach does not support this because it believes that disease are a function of pathogen and the treatment is directed towards pathogen and not the individual. And so, the psychological and the social causes are of no use. Okay. But the biopsychosocial approach by Engel, it was in the year 1977, it includes factors like ethnicity, culture, along with the biological, psychological and social factors. Now, to explain this, we will study it in relation with COVID. Now, let us first see what are the external factors. Now, external factors range from socio-cultural environment, like a person's ACS. ACS is socio-economic standard. Then the resources available to him, like the healthcare system, hygiene, or the governmental policies, and obviously the virus that is causing the infection. Now, what are the internal factors? These are his ethnic origin, genetic makeup, his experience regarding his health and diseases, his mood, style of life, personality, etc., etc., etc. Now, consider the COVID virus. Like, is the COVID virus is the pathogen and the causation agent, right? But the developing of this disease or having COVID needs the person to be much more than contacting the virus. Factors like the type of settlement I have, where I am living, where is my house, the type of settlement I am in, and the number of mates I am with, the work area where I go to work, and the type of work I have to do. Along with it, if I have some other physiological disorders, like I might have diabetes or hypertension or like that, or I can also have some addiction problems, be it smoking, drinking, whatever. Then comes, if for suppose I get infected with COVID, what are the treatment options? What are the resources that are available to me? How much I can spend on my treatment and diet? So, these factors play an important role in development of the disease also. Therefore, the socio-cultural environment interacts with the characteristics of the individual. Okay. Why? To determine the exposure to pathogen. Okay, how much I am exposed to that. And then the likelihood of seeking treatment and the risk of the disease. So, biopsychosocial model basically gives a holistic view of the treatment, being more patient-centered. Why patient-centered? It is obviously when we are when we are talking about these things, like how his experiences work and like that. So these are the things that are also taken into account in biopsychosocial model. Therefore, we are actually designing a treatment plan for individual patients. So it is more patient-centered. And medicines can heal the person if the other factors are also addressed as well, obviously, right? Thus, the responsibility of the treatment is not only on the healthcare professionals only. It also rests on whom? On the individual. That means it also rests on us and the society as well. So, biopsychosocial model, it is like a treatment of the self, the individual as a whole, as a person. That means it's not the treatment of the disorder, but it's the treatment of the person. Okay, so this is the biopsychosocial model or approach to health. If you have any doubts regarding this, you can obviously comment below or reach out to me directly. Thank you, class.